Hey there. Last time we were visiting the Isle of Wight using the Isle of Wight ferry. Well, now we've landed in Yarmouth. We're going to take a trip over to a little town that we visited called Ryde. Ryde is on the eastern side of the Isle of Wight, and if you look out over the sea you will see Portsmouth. It's a very pretty town with lots of individual architecture, boutique shops, lots of restaurants and cafes, and really nice on a sunny afternoon. One of the reasons we came to visit was to see this pier. It is the UK's oldest and second longest pier. It's really quite something, given that it's not just a pier for people, there's cars and trains that go up and down it as well. The original wooden structure at Ryde opened in 1814. At 1,740 feet, it allowed ferries to berth even at low tide, when the sea retreats half a mile from the shore. It was extended in 1824 and it's reached its present length of nearly half a mile by 1842. Ryde Pier is actually 3 piers in one. A second parallel pier was built in 1864 to support a horse-drawn tramway. For tens of thousands of holidaymakers, the ride down the pier on the tram was the first experience of the Isle of Wight. Now it's used by the National Rail Network, linking the pier head to the mainland. This section of the pier is actually for cars to come up and drive and park your car at the end of the pier, close to the terminal building. It makes for easy access to get onto Wightlink's ferry services over towards Portsmouth. The terminal building itself has got lots of interesting information about the history of Ryde Pier, Ryde itself. It has conveniences of toilets and a small cafe should you need them prior to any journey. The details of the pier are really exquisite and well worth a look in themselves. If you look over the side at just the right time, you may also see a jellyfish, but I couldn't get one on camera. The pier really does give you unspoiled views of Ryde itself, and across the water over to Portsmouth. It's quite common to see the passenger ferries, cargo ships and cruise ships going past. And another seagoing vessel that's very common to see is the other form of transport to get to the Isle of Wight. This is the hovercraft that goes backwards and forwards from Southsea in Portsmouth to Ryde. Let's watch it park up and watch its sister go out. It's really interesting to watch them, but they are quite loud. The hovercraft doesn't take cars, so if you want to bring a car over to the Isle of Wight, you'll need to use one of the other ferries. If you haven't seen it already, watch my previous video all about the ferry from Lymington, where we brought our car. So now it's our turn. I couldn't resist actually driving on the pier because there aren't that many piers in the world that you can actually take your car. So here's a little tour of our journey up and back. Now, the rest of our tour remains on the high street and sort of heading up through the lovely independent cafes and shops, through the beautiful Georgian and Victorian architecture, which still survive even though the town was bombed several times during World War II. It's a really nice place to visit, but this hill is pretty steep, so do put some good walking shoes on. The architecture is really lovely and well worth just taking in and looking up at those glorious windows. Next up we visited Ryde Bookshop, and it's got to be one of the most unique places I've ever seen. Conveniently being blue just like the TARDIS, it really does feel like that when you walk in this small unassuming shop to see all of these thousands upon thousands of books. As with any bookshop, they are all for sale, and the gentleman who owns the shop, I'm fairly sure, knows where each one is. It's fascinating to just wander around and see what you can see. Mind your step up these stairs. Because there's a bookshelf on your right, these are actually very narrow and a bit steep. Arranged over 10 rooms, there are at least 30,000 new and second-hand books on all subjects. I'm fairly sure there's a book for every genre, so if you can't find something that you're looking for in here, is it worth looking for at all? Can you see me? Hi! What's your favourite genre of book? That'd be interesting to find out in the comments. And also, do you like reading books or buying books? Because I am certain these are two separate hobbies. So if you came to Ryde, would you like to come in this bookshop? Thanks very much for making it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and do let me know in the comments if there's anywhere you would like me to travel to next, especially along the south coast, because I am definitely up for some more adventures. If you like this content, then please do subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video, because it really does help me progress. Thanks so much, and until next time.